You're playing with great talent, someone's going to have to take a backseat role, and you're going to have to be able to elevate the talent, complement their role, instead of trying to combat their role.
Now tuned into the greatest.
The Run with Manny Wilson podcast. The best sports podcast there is.
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson, all the way from Detroit to Chicago to your speakers and headphones. You got to bear with me today, man. I'm just a little bit under the weather, so I got to give you a heads up also, because obviously it's manageable, but my patience is a little thin. And my patience is just a little thin, so that's, I don't know why, but that's just the case. And I'm about to touch on these Lakers and why they need to trade Russell Westbrook in order to be good. Because now they're still flirting with these trades about Westbrook and possibly sending him somewhere else, but they have to get rid of him and bring in some damn youth. Bring in some younger guys, man. Because right now, all we see is the Lakers struggling with Russell Westbrook, and he's not going to fit into any game plan. I'll touch on that in a second. But they traded away all the young guys on the team. We're looking at a bunch of old guys on this team right now with no youth and no future in this franchise at the moment. The best thing for the future of this Lakers team is Anthony Davis right now, and his ass is always hurt. So you got to bring in some young guys. They done traded away all the young guys. So now you use Russell Westbrook, do what you got to do to get a deal done, and then you bring in some of this young talent. You got rid of THT. He was a bucket. You got rid of Stanley Johnson. He worked hard, not the most skillful guy, but he worked hard, gave you effort, and I seen improvement from him. You got rid of Kyle Kuzma. You got rid of Caruso. You got rid of all of the future of your franchise. Damn near. In terms of young guys, good role players who can turn into something more. Because now all of these guys are somewhere else giving buckets. That's the youth. The Lakers are still old as hell, and they got to get something on the floor. And in terms of Russell Westbrook, they have to trade Russell Westbrook. Just based on the fact that there is no legitimate game plan that utilizes this team's talent if Russell Westbrook doesn't change the way he plays. And he's not going to change the way he plays. It's just facts. We've witnessed it. That's like playing with Shaq and Kobe on a 3v3 and you're not feeding. Let me correct that. You're playing with Shaq and Kobe in a 3v3 and you're not feeding Shaq in a post and you're not feeding Kobe on a wing. He's literally declining the help. Now I get Russ is a one-man band. He's been a one-man band his whole entire career. So that's cool. I'm not expecting him to all of a sudden switch up out of that. I'm not expecting that at all. But you have to know how to adjust, damn it. He's not adjusting at all to any type of caliber of players he's playing with. Just because you're a good player, just because you can get triple doubles, you can score, you can distribute, you can do all of that stuff, it does not mean you're always the best player on the court every time you step on. You have to know your surroundings and you have to be aware. Like you can't be the best every single time you play with somebody. When you're playing with great talent, someone's going to have to take a backseat role, and you're going to have to be able to elevate the talent, complement their role instead of trying to combat their role. That's what I'm seeing from Russell Westbrook right now. He's not elevating. He's combating from every team that he's played with. You look at OKC when he first got Paul George and Carmelo. We didn't see any type of free-flowing offense. We didn't see any type of complementary where it's like, oh, these two gonna work well together. We seen fucking confusion. It's just the truth. And then you go to freaking Houston. You go to Houston with James Harden, and we don't see anything. What do we see again? Fucking confusion. We're not seeing him complement any type of calibers of players. He's a great player, and he still has value in his league. But he's just not complimenting the players that he's playing with when he's with other stars and other talent that's top tier in this league. That has to change. That's the major reason why the Lakers have been stinking it up all last season and why they're going to stink it up again. Because he's not going to change the way he plays the game of basketball. And I'm all for playing your brand of basketball. I'm all for that. I encourage, playing your brand of basketball, not changing the way you play for anybody or whoever's on your team. But damn it, you have to know how to adjust. I talk about the adjustments and I say basketball is a game of adjustments, but damn it, it's for the players too. It's for the coaching staff, the front office, and everyone involved of why the game is based on adjustments. Westbrook is not adjusting. He's never adjusted his entire career, and we're seeing it year after year, which is exactly why Brian needs to get his ass out of LA. Take his ass to the Clippers. I mean, geez, like it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. And I've been trying to figure out. I kid you not, man. I promise you, I would never get on here and I would never get on here and tell you a lie. But I promise you, I have been trying for ever since the first trade rumor appeared about Westbrook possibly leaving. And ever since the offseason began, I'm telling you, I've been trying to think of a game plan that could possibly work with Russell Westbrook with the Los Angeles Lakers. And it's just not a single one out there if he does not adjust his game. It's not even a thing of can this guy gel with these other players or can he elevate these other players? Obviously, we know the answer to that if he's not going to adjust his game. It's more so the fact of can Coach Darvin Ham get through to Westbrook that he needs to adjust. That's the whole piece here, man. Like it's killing me. It's killing me. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I know the Lakers are going to be shit this year if they don't get rid of Russell Westbrook and bring in some youth. But in terms of what he can bring to the floor for a team, he can still bring some type of a value to a franchise and an organization. But he has to be a one-man band if he's not going to change the way he plays. Other than that, you can count him as dismissed in terms of ever winning a championship and ever being one of those players who's like, okay, he was an elite point guard for this team or an elite point guard, an all-time point guard, because damn it, at that point guard position, you have to know how to elevate your guys, man. If you playing your game and you're not making anybody better on the floor, to hell with what the hell you doing by yourself, to hell with everything else you doing on your own. You have to know how to elevate your guys. And I think it's just more than even point guard. Even as a regular player, you have to know your role. You got to know your role as a player, man. I don't care what position it is, as a matter of fact. You have to know exactly what role fits you best to help your team. And Russ is not doing that shit, man. He's not doing that shit. So look, man, I'm done. I'm done with this one. I'm done with the Russell Westbrook. So look, man, we'll move on. We'll move on. Thin patience today. But we're gonna make it work. A little under the weather. We still doing good. We're gonna touch into our next segment, man. John Wall and the Clippers. So hang tight. I got some more coming up with that. I can't wait to touch on that as well. So stick tight. We're gonna run into an ad and then we will be right back. Now, just because you're busy doesn't mean you got to be stressed. I'm crazy busy right there with you, but it can be easier. Next time you're on a run, just make it more fun and listen to The Run with Manny Wilson.
Now tuned into the greatest.
The Run, Manny Wilson podcast. The best sports podcast there is.
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson. Let's get into it, man. I told you I got some Clippers topics. Talking about the Clippers and John Wall. And, man, I don't know why I do this to myself. I don't know why. I don't know why, man. I had to calm down from the Lakers just to get back riled up by the goddamn Clippers. Oh my gosh. This team here, they are awful, man. I'm so sick of the damn Clippers. I'm more sick of the Clippers than I am the Lakers. And man, because this team, remember the Battle of LA? Remember that, right? You know, that was supposed to be when Kawhi Leonard first got to LA. And, LeBron first got to LA as well. And it was supposed to be like a damn King Kong versus Godzilla type of event with Kawhi coming to LA and LeBron going to LA and AD. You had both of these teams who were amazing on a sheet of paper, but couldn't do a damn thing in real life. Couldn't do a goddamn thing. We got one show. We got one show of the Battle of LA in the regular season. And ever since then, ain't nobody watching these damn games. Ain't nobody watching the Clippers versus the damn Lakers anymore because you know why? Paul George is out. Kawhi is out. LeBron is sitting. AD is out. All of these people is hurt. And I get it. I get it. You know, I get it. You can't really knock one of these teams for having injured players. And I get that. But more so with the Clippers, it's more so just a thing of, okay, well, this team has been good on paper for 3 years and we ain't seen nothing in the playoffs, man. At the furthest extent from what we seen was Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers go to the conference finals in the bubble? But who the hell is counting the bubble, man? So cut all of that out, man. Cut it out with the Clippers. Don't believe the hype. I'm done believing the hype with the Clippers. They don't have anything to show for it. What good are we going to keep doing? Hyping them up, saying, oh, they might be the best team in LA. They might be this. They might be that. And then they not doing anything. I'm not believing the Clippers are doing anything until they show me they're a strong running truck in the regular season and going into the playoffs. Then I'll maybe be like, okay, well, this team can possibly cause some damage. Other than that, I'm not believing it. And I get, you got John Wall coming in. Congratulations to John Wall finally getting healthy. I love to see it. He's been finally hooping again, seeing him kind of get back to himself. But we got to keep it real about the whole situation. The man only played 40 games of professional basketball in the last 3 seasons. That's just not enough. That's just not enough basketball. So he's going to have to take some time to get ready. Kawhi Leonard, he hasn't given us 60 games since he's been with the Clippers. So I don't know why I would even expect that from the Clippers this time. It just doesn't add up. Paul George has been on and off. So I can't keep doing it with the Clippers, man. I can't because it's just not working out with them. And they continuously get the hype without putting in the work. And I'm not celebrating a team that's getting the hype without putting in the work. You got to put in some work before I can start giving you some hype. That's the goddamn problem with all these damn reporters and these TV networks and all this Stephen A and First Take stuff and Undisputed stuff is they keep giving people the hype without putting in the work. That's the damn problem. You say the Lakers is going to be sweet this year. How? Why? They got a bunch of old guys. You said the Clippers going to be sweet this year. How? Why? All these motherfuckers is hurt. So I just don't get it. I don't get it. Stop giving out the hype for people who are not putting in the work. Damn it. We're not doing that. But anyway, man, look, I'm done. I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna wrap up. I'm gonna cool. Let's bring down the vibe. Let's bring down the vibe for a second. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead. Let's cool it again. Let's cool it. Let's lower the tone. Cool it. Relax. We're not going to let the Clippers work us up. We're not going to let the Lakers work us up. Don't let them work you up at your job. If you're there already, if you're headed in there, if you're working right now, don't let them work you up. Let's just be cool. Let's take some time. Let's enter the positive vibes again, man. The positive vibes is what it's all about here. So, I know I had a lot of intensity this morning. I know sometimes I can be a lot. I know. I'm already knowing. Sometimes you got to listen to me at the right time to, feel where I'm coming from. Maybe today wasn't the right time for you to feel where I'm coming from. Maybe it is the right time. But I can't let you go out there into this world after listening to this, feeling like NBA YoungBoy, ready to drill something, ready to kill something, ready to murk something. I can't have you going out there this intense. Now, if you needed to pump up, cool. I'm happy for you. But no, man, this Zen man Manny Wilson now. We gotta relax. Gotta relax. Let's bring it back down. Bring it down. Let's have a good time. We're not gonna keep that animosity high. I'm gonna let you go in a minute. But we gotta keep calm. All right? We're not bringing that type of evil into the world. Don't let the Lakers work you up. Don't let the Clippers work you up. Don't let all of that happen. All right. Now we done brought it back down for a minute. Okay, cool. I had a lot going on. I apologize. You know, that's my bad. That's my bad right there. My bad. I ain't mean to have y'all all worked up. But all right. Okay, cool. So all right, yeah. You know what? Let's wrap up to this. Yeah. Let's do it to this. Let's wrap up to this. Okay, cool. Cause all right, cool. Positive vibes. But anyway, look, man. Hey. I appreciate you for hanging with me, kicking it with me. I got a little razzle dazzle there, but we brought it back down to a cool tone that way. You can leave the same way you kind of walked in, a little cool, level-headed. Now, if you was hyped, go ahead, play it back. Hey, I ain't tripping. But look, hey, anyway, man, send this to a friend, send this to a cousin, brother, aunt, your mother, any of that, man. But hey, be sure to follow me on Twitter at Instagram. Now I'm all over the place. But follow me on Twitter at The Run Podcast. You can follow my personal as well at I am Manny Wilson. And our Instagram page is also at The Run Podcast. We are most active on Instagram. And also follow my personal page on Instagram as well at I am Manny Wilson. But anyway, man, we got a special guest coming in next week as well. That's going to be super dope. So stay tuned. And from then we will be back later on next week. And so on and so on and so on.